Yo, what's up guys? It's Tellz and welcome back to the Felcycle Secret Series. This is part 4 where we're going to go over the 7 o'clock pillar. This pillar is directly associated with the owls that we've been investigating for all these years, and it is how this whole secret that I've been investigating ties into the Felcycle. So I'm really excited to throw this video at you guys, and hopefully this helps you get through step 7 very easily. No stress, no frustration. Let's jump right into this, okay? The first thing you're gonna need is the Fledgling Warden Owl battle pet, okay? So let's go ahead and nab you that. I'm gonna show you where to pick that up. Let's jump into some owls, baby. Okay, so step 1 in this whole thing is we're gonna wanna locate Marin Bladewing. This whole entire phase takes place on the Isle of the Watchers. So get yourself out to the Isle of the Watchers on the Broken Isles. The two fastest ways would be to either take the portal in the portal room to Asuna, or just use your Dalaran Hearthstone and then fly over here to the Isle of the Watchers. Once you get to the island, you're going to want to fly to the Flight Master, and straight across from them is Marin Bladewing, the Warden's emissary. This NPC sells the Fledgling Warden Owl battle pet if you're revered. Now, don't worry if you're not revered, because it is cageable and tradable, so you can buy this off the auction house, you can get it from your friends, hey, you could even hit up your boy Tellz, and I can nab you one of these. It's only 400 gold. So, you need this for the first part of this whole thing. So go ahead and get to Marin Bladewing, grab a Fledgling Warden Owl, or find one yourself, and we're going to knock this out. It's on the island. This entire thing takes place here, so after you've got your owl, we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so located around the Isle of the Watchers, there are these owl statues. There are 9 of them. I've got a map, and I'm going to show you all their locations now, so you can pause the video if you need to know where they're at. But these are where all the statues are located. There are 9 statues scattered about the island, okay? You'll know that they're very funky because you can interact with them. We've been talking about these for years. This is where they're located on the island. It's kind of important to know where each of them are at, because what you're going to do is you're going to fly around the island and you're going to click these statues so that they release a buff. There's 4 colors: red, blue, green, and purple. So what you're going to basically do is you're going to fly around the island in a lap to each statue and interact with them until you receive a buff. When you see the color coming out of the statue, you're going to want to note what color that is. You have to get all 4 colors on your owl: red, green, blue, and purple. Okay, so what you're going to do, it's going to look like this. Let's see if we can get one of these statues to give us a buff. I'm going to try to do this. Let's go. Okay, so not that one. Okay, so I've got the blue buff here. I had to fly around a bit to get this. But once you get the buff to come out of the statue, you're going to stand by it, maybe wiggle around for a little bit, until you watch your owl do this weird little emote thing here. Watch. So stay by it. It takes about 20 seconds. Move around a bit. Might take a while. There he goes. See, that took quite a while, but he's going to fly around in these little laps here, and then you'll get a magnifying glass like this. You need to do that with all 4 colors: red, green, blue, and purple. Once you've got all 4 colors on your owl, you will know, because the owl will have this little white orb above it. Josh. It'll have this little white orb above it, floating up and down. If you've done that, you are done with step 2, I guess, because you bought the owl. This would be step 2, but if you get the white orb, that's it, you're completed. So just do your laps. The map that I showed you before in the video, I have a little timestamp for it. Pause it there if you need to know where the statues are, but it's very simple. You just need to make sure you get each individual color. So, you know, good luck with your laps and get this white orb, and then you can move on to the next step, which is actually located inside of the dungeon. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our way inside of the Vault of the Wardens. Let's go. Okay, so you got the little white orb above your owl. Now, what we need to do is we actually need to go through the Vault of the Wardens, and we need to clear the dungeon. I'm gonna show you guys basically what we do after we clear it. There's a couple of things to note along the way, so I'm gonna show you guys, but basically you want to kill every boss in the dungeon and just make your way all the way through to the end. So let's start doing that. Here we go.
My flesh, my soul, my people shun me as a freak, and what was my reward? Eternal torment.
I've heard
from
this
my
speech
sisters.
literally over 1,000 times.
I live to serve my people.
Boom boom!
How terribly disappointing.
Scrap. Boom boom! Alright, so we made it to the boss room, like the final area where Cordana's at. And you're gonna lose your orb if you picked one up. Don't worry about that. But this orb here is important for our secret. So make sure you hold on to this orb and don't die with it. Don't lose this orb. So take out this boss and hold on to this orb.
I have what I was after.
Boop! Okay, so we killed Cordana and we've got the last orb. We can take this orb through the dungeon. So we're gonna backtrack here with the orb we got off Cordana's platform. It's really important that you guys are using that orb because the other two orbs do not interact normally. So we're gonna go back here. Let's go all the way back to the beginning, kind of.
I will make my way.
All right. We are gonna go back up the first elevator here. And we are gonna go back up the second elevator here. Taking us back to where the Imp Mother boss was at. Okay, we're gonna run past where we killed Tirathon, the first boss. And right up these steps to the right here, there is going to be something interesting for you guys. You have to have your Fledgling Warden Owl summoned with the white orb on it, as well as this illuminates light orb. But now we have a Sentry statue that is located in this room here. It opens up after you kill Tirathon. It's at the beginning of the dungeon. You're going to loot the Sentry statue. Boom. It's now in your bags. We're gonna run back through the dungeon yet again, so follow me. I'm going back down the elevator. Here we go. Let's roll. Okay, now we're down the elevator. If you look at your map, you're gonna want to go to the Vault of Mirrors here. And this is where the main portion of Step 7 is gonna take place. This is the last part of it, and I'm gonna help you guys get through this. What we're gonna basically do is we are going to take that Sentry statue and place it in Glazer's puzzle room, which will spawn the Glazer puzzle for us like this. You see this like central square here? You're gonna want to place the statue right there, as so. Right click, place it here, boom. And we now have access to Glazer's puzzle. It's a little different now. It's got this like beacon of light coming down, but it's yeah, it's gonna be like on super hard mode. I'm gonna show you guys how to clear through that puzzle though, and I'm gonna give you the tool to help you do it. So let me explain this next step. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but stick with me and we're gonna get through it, guys. So let's do this. Okay, so you've got access to the Glazer's puzzle now, but what you're probably gonna notice is that when you click the statue and then click prepare startup sequence, it's going to spawn the statues in a random orientation every time. And it's a little bit difficult to map this out and get the patterns. So if you don't want to frustrate yourself and you don't want to play the game, I will show you a tool that can help you cheat through this, and I'm going to show you how to use it. But I do highly suggest trying to give this a go, you know, for a little bit at least, trying to solve it. If you can't solve it though in the end and you just want to skip through it, use this tool. I'm going to put the link in the description down here. This is the tool. Click the link in my description and it will lead you here to this layout of the actual puzzle itself. I'm going to show you how to use this, and then we're going to go step by step and use it together so that we can solve this puzzle and get to the end. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to match the orientation of the layout in the tool. So if you stand right here and zoom your camera out, you'll notice that these little panels on the ground with the face of the owl now match the way that they're facing in the tool. You see how their little nose is pointed down? So you're now standing in the right spot. A1 is in the top corner there, and then E5 is over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to match the layout of the puzzle to this tool, and then we're going to start solving it alongside the tool. You're going to click next as you go and then rematch the puzzle. I'll show you how to do that. But what it's going to do is it's going to teach the tool how the statues interact with each other, and then eventually it's going to say, I have enough information, we can solve the puzzle now, so click next and I'll give you the right pattern. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it step by step with you guys. First, what I'm going to do is match my tool to this puzzle by clicking the boxes, you know, and orienting them the same. So give me a second, I'll get back to you when it's matching. Here we go. Alright, so my tool now matches the layout of the puzzle. So what we're going to do is go step by step here and do this with the tool by clicking next. So it wants us to click A1. Let's go ahead and knock that out. We're going to click A1, which is over here in the first corner. A1. The map's going to change, and now we have to rematch the layout to the tool. So let's go ahead and do that. Give me a sec. Okay, cool. So my puzzle now matches. We're going to go ahead and click next again. Boom. And that's going to lead us to B1. So let's go down the line here and click B1. Alrighty, ready. And I'm going to remap out. Give me just a second here. Alright, so we're matching up again. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Next, it's going to click C1. I'm going to go back over there. C1 is here. Okay, let's map this again. Give me a sec. Okay, matching it up again. I'm going to go ahead and click next here. Boom. And go to E1. So let's go ahead and click E1. Give me a sec. And now we got to map this out one more time. Okay, it's time to map. One sec. Alright, looks good. And let's go ahead and click next here. Wants me to click B2. Let's go to B2. And I'm going to remap this out one more time. Alright, we are good to go on to the next again, which is going to be C2. So let's go ahead and go like this. Alright, let me map this one sec. Matches up again. Let's go ahead and click next. It's going to be D2. Let's go ahead and click D2. And now we've got to match this up again. Here we go. Good to go on to the next. Here we are. Boom. It's going to be A3. So let's go ahead and click A3. Okay, match it up. One sec. Bingo. On to the next. D1 yet again. Let's click D1. Okay. You know the jig. We got to remap again. Bam, 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 bam. Next, we're going to click E2. Boom. Let's map this out. Okay, we're matching again, so let's go ahead and go like this. It's going to have us click A2. Boom. Okay, we're matching again. Let's go ahead and click next. Boom. It's going to be E3 right over here. You know the drill. 5. Matching again. Bam. We're going to click D3. So that's going to be right here. Okay. Okay, we're matching again, guys. We're at 52. Let's keep moving here. Click next. It's going to be A4. So let's click A4. Okay, map this out. Bingo, bango. Moving right along. Boom. It's going to be B3. Let's go ahead and move that one. Okay. Alright, matched again. Next, we're going to go D4, which is right here. Okay, let's match it up. Boom, boom. Click next again. It's going to be E4. This guy. Okay, let's remap this. Bada bing, bada bing. Next, we got B4 right here. Okay, one sec. Alright, let's keep moving. Boom. D5. We're going to click that. And let's go. Next. C4. Which is going to be right here. Or sorry. Yeah, C4 right here. Boom. Okay, it's going to be... We are matched up again. Let's go ahead and go like that. And we're going to click statue A1 next. Okay, B5 here. And then we have to update the grid, so give me just a sec. Alright, we're now matching. So let's go ahead and click next. And it's going to be E5. We're going to click E5. Gotta match this up. One sec. Alright, here we are again. Let's go. Boom. Click statue B1 in game next. That's going to be right up here. Okay, we are almost there. My grid matches again. Next. Sufficient rules to discover the solution have been input. Double check the grid is accurate on your in-game and then click next. Will generate a solution. This might take a bit, depending on your computer. Okay, so let's make sure this matches, right? So... Okay, so here's how it's going to look, guys. You click next. And it's going to say follow this exact route here and boom. Okay, so the first one is we're going to have to click on B1 and then click next. Okay, follow this exactly as it's laid out here and you'll have your solve. That's how the tool works. So I'm going to move this to the side and I'm going to follow the tool as it's written on there. So the first one says we need to go to B1 and then click next. Okay. So B1 right here. Boom. And A3. And then click next. So we're going to click A3, which is going to be right here. Next is going to be D4. And we're going to click D4 now, which is right here. Now we're going to click on C3. So that's going to be right in the middle, guys. Make sure we're staying on point here. C3. Here we go with E4. So let's move on down the line over here to E4, which is going to be right here. We're going to click next. The last click is going to be C5, guys. So we're going to click on C5 right here. And boom! You just got the puzzle done. Make sure you've got your Torch of Pyrith out and your Fledgling Warden Owl pet. I know that was a little bit of an uphill climb, but congratulations, guys, because you just made it through. That is going to unlock you your Treasure of the Wardens, which you can now loot, gaining the Warden's Mirror. How freaking cool is that? I know that tool might be a little bit tedious, but it is a way for you to efficiently get through this step of the puzzle. Like I said, the link for it is in the description. You can make sure that this portion of the puzzle is complete by going back to the catacombs, and you'll see your little sphere in there. I'll go ahead and show you guys that next. But we're going to take that component that we just got and use it in the next chapter, which is part 5 of my series. It's going to be the 8th pillar. So stay tuned, guys, and we will be back at you with that one. Let's go back to the catacombs and make sure we got that step completed, though. Holy crap. We did it. We are back in the catacombs, and if you guys have successfully completed all the steps up to where we are now, your pillar room should look like this. We have spheres on all the pillars all the way up to 7 o'clock. In the next video that I'm going to be throwing at you guys, I'm going to explain and help guide you through pillar number 8, which is a super interesting one, and we're going to go on a little bit of a rat hunt. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm super stoked that you guys made it through step 7. That was my favorite step. Pat yourselves on the back, shake your hands, clap your hands, whatever you got to do, dude. Stand up and do a little dance, because we completed step 7 together. And guys, it was fun. You know me, I'm the Owls guy. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay golden.